Hey guys, here we are, Body Beach. Talk to you a little bit about expansion chambers. Expansion chambers on 4-stroke Super Jets. Like that one right there. Yeah, so we've been doing a little testing with the 4-stroke Super Jet, putting on a different water box, which now you can buy at Pro Watercraft. But the more we started investigating and seeing that there was some other products out there, we thought we would try to do some expansion chambers on that crossover pipe. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Beautiful here, look at this. 6 a.m. God's country. So, my background, I've been involved with watercraft development for quite a few years. Tried a lot of crazy stuff. I actually did an expansion chamber in the tailpipe of my 2-stroke version of my
Pro Force.
And since then, I've been playing with like a lot of airflow and, you know, just kind of experimenting with trying to get a little bit of flow out of. That's the ski we're going to be working on. So this is the pipe, crossover pipe you've seen from Rival. And it kind of has that like factory B pipe sort of shape to it, you know? Full carbon fiber. It's got a high temp 150. I assume that's 150C, I hope. And then, so we made some other versions. Now we have tested this one here and we saw a significant gain. And this thing's rough. It's just a prototype right now, but we're kind of playing with this and we decided to go for a different version here, a little more coned down, a little bit better flow in. And then this is the version that originally came, that Monty had on the ski, Monty at Monster Watercraft. So, but we're gonna start off today with the basic silicone version, right? We're not gonna mess around with the stock one. We're just starting off the silicone one. We're gonna do a little sound check out of the water, do some starts, we're gonna do some RPM and some top speed. Let's go. RPMs were 8220.
And 60 miles an hour, point what?
Yeah, 60.1.
And it's a stock water box with the cap off?
Stock water box, all stock class legal.
Oh, cap's still on?
Yep. You can't modify any of that in stock class. Stock water box, stock pipe, Riva tune, air filter, Pro Watercraft for rears. I believe it has a Blosian intake rate. Stock ride plate. Not bad. Feels good. Now this is the silicone crossover pipe you can buy also at Pro Watercraft. bit of slip in the impeller, so we're gonna kind of gauge off of that and see how it comes off the line. Definitely probably slips a little bit more than I like for a race ski, but this is what we have right now. Let's do the one Monty had in there originally, the aluminum pipe welded together. Good mile and a half. 58.6, 58.8. You know?
A little bit, though.
Yeah, I got my RPM. I got a couple clean ones.
First two look clean. The last one was a little hoppy.
Yeah, the last one's hoppy. I got a clean one that way, and I got one clean one this way. Like when I saw the RPM at 82.20. So, like it's right there. Definitely it was cleaner on the first run, but it wasn't even close enough. If you were a half mile an hour off, I'd be like, yeah, maybe it didn't have the pull all the way, but I did see the RPM. And I don't know if that's the pipe giving the RPM or...
Well, the silicone's got more volume.
It does have more volume. And that's kind of what we're leading into is the more volume, possibly there's some power there that's left on the table. So
We're going to find out.
We're going to find that out if the weather cooperates, you know? Yeah, so I'm going to blow it out, and then I'll do a start, and we'll move on. Still there a little bit. Maybe the other one is a little bit more, but you know, these are seat of the pants results, so we're kind of just going with seeing what the vibe is. See what it's telling us right now. It's telling me that silicone's slightly better. All right, it's rival time. Let's go for it. How's it fit? You liking the fit there, Jeremy?
Yeah,
Yeah? Sliding into the hoses pretty decent?
not too bad.
Okay.
These giant band clamps, T-bolt clamps are tight.
We're gonna try to see what this thing sounds like. This is the rival pipe. Same thing. Swapping one pipe after another, doing our little test.
High dollar, super sexy. See if it works. Sounds good on takeoff.
Oh yeah, but it didn't burn the impeller.
Nope.
I kind of felt like I lost a little bit. I didn't even get a chance to, I didn't feel a hop or anything.
You do it again?
Yeah. Not slower than our last spec, and actually we have cleaner water. RPM was about 8120. It did see 8200, a little bit lower on the RPM. Speed, the best I got was a 58.8. So, but disclaimer here, right? So this company from Thailand, Rival, they're telling me that this pipe will be optimized when you tune it. It needs 5% more fuel across the whole board, and they highly suggest like the E85 tune that you can get at Riva. We don't have that stuff today. We're just doing back-to-back. This is what we found. Is it worth the price? Depends on what you're going for. It's so cool. It looks so badass. I don't know, I kind of would just buy it anyways, right? It's one of those. But those are the results. We're gonna move on to some of our aluminum ones. All right, we're gonna try the latest Pro Watercraft version. So there's a little trickery inside of here. I'm not gonna tell you all our secrets, but it's basically what we're gonna try in comparison to the others. Let's do it. So this is the Pro Watercraft prototype. It's the cone shaped one. So let's see what it does. I did 4 runs with GPS 3 of them, 60.1, 60.2, and the last one was 60.3. Always over 60, 8,200. My first run was pretty good. 81, 80, something like that in RPM, and I still did a 60.1 on it. So, and then my last one, it pulled a little bit harder to a 60.3 and 8240. So far the winter, I don't know. Conditions are a little bit nicer now. Like we kind of had some bumpy stuff through some of these changes, but it feels good. This is the one I would pick right now if I had to go racing. Let's do a start. Healthy. Let's try one more start. Feeling-wise, they're all so close. It's hard to really tell exactly which one is doing a little bit more. Like I told you, we needed really our acceleration data. Don't have that today. Today's seat of the pants kind of feel and top speed, RPM. But still feels, if I had to race it, this is the one I would race. That's for sure. Okay, so we're just gonna retest the silicone hose after we've ran the engine for a little bit just to confirm. Weather's changing a little bit too. It's a little more humid. Nice and glassy though. So here's a little update. We'll let you know. All right, this is the last of the pipes. I'm calling this the Bazooka. It's a prototype from Pro Watercraft. So it's not pretty, but it can be. You know, we're here for results, not for looks at the moment. Right now, looks department, I say the Rival wins that one. All right, let's see what it does. The Bazooka, as we're calling it. Not great conditions. You can see the sun's beating down on me now harder. We got a little bit of traffic here. I'm gonna call them fans today. So our fans are gonna be in our way. A little bit ribbly, but we're just gonna get some reference. Again, these are seat of the pants, so let's see what it sounds like. Response-wise, even with the heat, it was good. definitely has a great bottom end and mid pull, but I'm just not finding a clean spot. I don't know if it.
You try that cove over there?
Yeah, I did. There's a fisherman over there also, so I can't really go too much. And then there's wakes coming into that one over there. So, but as much as I want to think that maybe it could pull close to the 60 mile an hour, it doesn't feel like it's talking to me like that. It kind of keeps topping right out at 58.1. It's the slowest of the bunch right now. But man, the start, the mid, the hit off the bottom is substantial. So interesting. You never would think like an expansion chamber, but let's do a start. All right, I finally got a few clean pulls on this. This is the bazooka chamber. The best I got was a 58.3. That's probably our slowest setup. But the bottom end, the punch, there. We're gonna do a quick little start, but I'd say not quite the chamber. You're gonna hear the impeller like cavitate off the bottom of this one. It's quite impressive. Actually, it's possibly heat soaked because it didn't boil the prop at all. Yeah, weather's changing. That's what I'm talking about. Like all these tests, they're subjective, right? So when you're doing testing, you have to worry about so many variables: the weather, the fuel in the ski, the water conditions, But the test is a test, You have to go with your gut feeling. If you had to buy one and go race today,